true. I did give up drinking over 20 years ago, but I still look like a drinker, apparently. Only yesterday, someone said to me, "You must have had a massive night. You look like shit." I said, "I had some warm milk and 9 hours sleep. This is my natural look." I'll do anything, though. I don't mind. I do cruise ships, love going on cruises, 10 days out. Comedian on board the ship. That's fun. Although the audience never leave. They're there the whole time. And they get surprised when they see you, apparently. I'm at the buffet and it goes, "Dave Hughes, oh my God, can't believe you're here." I'm doing comedy on the ship. He goes, "Yeah, I know, I saw you last night. Where'd you think I was going to be? I haven't got a jet ski to fuck off every day, have I?" My daughter thinks I've had enough food, apparently. I get body shamed by my own children. A couple of years ago, I was on TV in Australia. I took my shirt off and my three-year-old daughter was watching it and she said, "Dad, you should never take your shirt off on TV." I said, "Tess, you shouldn't shit in the bath, but you do, don't you?" So... No more children for us, though. We're not having any more. My wife decided that after 3 kids. She said no more. She actually made me have a vasectomy. I didn't want to have it, but every time I get off stage, I have about 100 messages. "Kids aren't asleep yet. Hashtag snip, snip." That was a very stressful thing to get done, though. I went to the urologist, this expert. He sat me down, told me where he was going to cut and paste and tie me back together. I wasn't too concerned till he goes, "Slight chance of complications." All right, you've got my attention now. He looked at me and said, "You could have ongoing chronic scrotum pain." I said, "I don't have that in my vision board, so we make sure that doesn't happen." Then I kid you not, he smiled at me and he said, "Touch wood, it doesn't." And he touched the desk. I'm just thinking, that's reassuring. The old touch wood method to make sure your patient's balls don't ache for the rest of their lives. Then he freaked me out even more. He said, "Do you shave down there?" I said, "This is a Tinder date now, is it?" "No, I don't. I was 46 at the time. I don't shave down there." God, every bloke here under 35 does. Good on you. I don't. It's the first time I ever did it. My wife did not help me. She sent me off to the bathroom on my own with no idea what I was doing in there. Her only further involvement was 20 minutes later throwing a dustpan and broom around the corner. That hit the wall behind me because I was in the fetal position. I said, "Honey, we're going to need more than that. Have you got a mop? We've got a bleeder on our hands." Dudes, how do you do the ball bags? There's no straight lines on those things. And I hit every corner. So I thought no more children. Yes, that's what I thought. But I'm surrounded by evilness, guys. Last year, I got a knock. My kids said, "Dad, there's a guy at the front gate for you." I went out to the front gate and there's a guy in a suit. He said, "Are you David William Hughes?" I said, "Yep." He said, "I'm from the Family Court of Australia." I said, "Great." He handed me a letter and said, "You've been served." I thought, this is weird. I opened it up in the front yard. It was a paternity suit. Apparently, a woman had had a baby back in 2003, and I was the father of that child. I knew the name of the woman on the letter. It was just before I met my wife. I'm freaking out. Went back inside, thought, how can I tell my wife this? It took me about half an hour, but I said, "Honey, need to talk to you upstairs." She said, "I'm busy with the kids." I said, "Apparently you're about to get a lot busier," all right? So went upstairs, I showed her the letter. She had a meltdown. She said, "You've got a 14-year-old son." I said, "Back off, we haven't even had the test done yet. He might not even have a gap in his teeth." I freaked out all day. She almost had a nervous breakdown. It was so stressful, but I do a radio show in Australia, guys, in the afternoon. And I'm on the radio and my co-host, I hadn't mentioned it because it was a bit too sensitive. My co-host on air said, "What's wrong with you today?" I said, "Nothing." She said, "There's something wrong with you." I said, "What?" She said, "Did a man in a suit give you a letter today? Was that man from the Family Court of Australia?" I said, "Oh." She said, "Gotcha." Gotcha? I said, "I nearly had a stroke in the front yard today. This isn't a prank. When you put wasabi on me toast and called me it was avocado, that was funny. This is bullshit. My wife's been a nervous wreck all day. You can't do that to her. She's a good woman." She said, "Well, ring your wife." I said, "I will." And I rang her up. I said, "Honey, good news." She said, "I know, it was my idea." You've been a great crowd. Have a great night.